What's up to all my cool cats out there? This is Cool P Hobbyist back with another episode of baseball history that never happened. So today we're going to talk about the 2020 Tuba Collectors. Yes, that was the name of the team, the Tuba Collectors. No, they weren't people that were going around the field and digging spuds up out of the ground and putting them in their pockets. Nah, this was the 2020 Tuba Collectors, bona fide baseball team. Now, when we talk about them, we're going to go through the lineups, talk about how they fielded the team and the manager and even the mascot. So let's get into it. So, for a starting pitcher, you want somebody with stamina, somebody that's going to keep coming at you day after day, inning after inning. Don't matter if it's 8 innings, 9 innings, 12 innings, 25 innings. This person going to keep coming at you because they got the stamina and they've been doing it a long time. And that's Uncle Ricky. Uncle Ricky Russo. This man had stamina. He gonna keep coming at you. Even 3, 4, 5 times a day. I've seen it. And then coming in for a catcher. So for the catcher, you want somebody that's gonna get the batters off their game. Somebody's gonna get in their head a little bit. And that's Zombie Collector. The Zombie Collector say something to him in the first inning, they go 0 for 5. He'd have him so pissed off, he'd be up in the head. They used to ask Zombie Collector, what'd you do? He'd just say, I gave him deep thoughts, man. Gave him deep thoughts. Get him off their game. And they'd be angry for a whole game, a whole series, a whole season. He was that good at it. And then heading around the horn at first base, you had your prototypical first baseman. Big guy. Got the wingspan to dig the balls out of the dirt at the first base. And a power hitter. And that's Big Harv. Now there's a funny story about Big Harv. They said one time the crowd was bouncing around a beach ball up in the stands. They got a little too excited with it and accidentally hit it towards the field. And Big Harv ran and jumped and spiked it back into the field like he was a volleyball player and hit somebody in the head and knocked him out. Now I don't know if that story's true, but you know baseball myths are better if you actually believe them. Now heading around the horn, second base, you need somebody with energy. You need somebody with energy at second base. And that's why they put hard out cards out there. Dan would sometimes be awake for days, doing crazy stuff. Screaming woo at the top of his lungs, like he was some kind of wrestling fool. But see, they had to put hard R at second base, because they needed to put him somewhere in the middle of the field to keep him away from the crowd, because he dropped too many F-bombs. And the team didn't want to catch a charge for being a not family-friendly baseball environment. So they had to keep all them F-bombs away from the crowd. So they put hard R somewhere in the middle of the field. Heading around to third base. You need somebody with a gun to play over there. Make all them throws from the hot corner. And the best person for that is none other than Jimmy Guns. His name's Jimmy Guns. He's got a gun. Gunning people out at first base. They didn't stand a chance no matter how fast they ran. His man would gun them out. And as they ran back towards the visitor's dugout past third base, he'd tell them to drink. Because he knew they'd be sad. Then at shortstop, we had somebody named MP Fox. And MP Fox learned how to play shortstop by reading the back of Willie Adames baseball cards. This man was a smooth fielder. Sometimes he'd get tired, and we'd send in somebody else to take his place. And that person was MC Fox, but they'd swap back and forth. So MP Fox play an inning, MC Fox play an inning. Team couldn't tell, because MC Fox was a chip off MP Fox's block. They were a great team. Yeah, it could be a little cheaty, but I don't think the other team minded too much. Let's head out to the outfield, left field. In left field, there was a man by the name of Jeff Airtime. You may wonder why they put Jeff Airtime way out left field. That's because the man asked too many questions. Be asking questions to everybody when we put him on the infield. Be bothering the pitcher and the catcher. Be talking to the runners, asking them questions. So they stuck him out in left field so he wouldn't ask so many questions. The only problem is he'd get distracted by the crowd and start asking the crowd questions about Danica Patrick and war and who hit the most home runs in 1972 in the American League. Sometimes he'd be so distracted asking questions, he'd miss that a fly ball was hitting the gap. That's why you need a good defensive center fielder to make up for that. You need somebody that's going to be out there and reel in them fly balls. Somebody like 12 Against Sports and Outdoors. You see, Danny could reel in them fly balls like he could reel in a fish. Out there snagging them and stuff. Wild. Now, sometimes Danny would bird's nest his glove. But you may wonder, how do you bird's nest a glove? Well, all you gotta do is look back at some of Danny's old videos and watch him play around with his rod and reel. That's how you bird's nest. And we're gonna head over to right field and finish out the position players. Right field, there was a man by the name of Phil, back in the game collecting. And back in the game collecting had some baseball experience from college. This man could play. They didn't know what position to put him in. But see, they knew Phil's favorite player was Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth played right field. So right field was the right place for Phil. Now, you gotta have a DH. Because you can't be having pitchers hit. So for the DH, we had a man by the name of Buttermilk. Buttermilk could hit. He could hit bombs. Buttermilk once played on the Field of Dreams. Hit a ball way out in the corn. Way out in the corn, I seen it. This man could hit him. Deep. Gotta have that muscle in the DH spot. Now what about relief pitchers? Now we didn't really need a relief pitcher much with the stamina of Ricky Russo. But sometimes you had to bring fire out of the bullpen. And who's the best to bring fire? Somebody with the nickname Fire Hands. Amio Tenney. Amio Tenney's always gonna bring the fire. It don't matter what he's coming out of the bullpen with. He's gonna bring the fire. He had so much fire, his whole family had fire. His wife, his dad, everybody bring the fire. Fire Hands, Fire Family. Now you may ask, who could manage some overachieving, card-collecting ragamuffins like these? Who was the manager of this so-called great team? Well, you needed somebody to hold them all together. Somebody to keep it tight-knit. And that's Scotty Arena from the Arena Boys. He held them all together. He wanted to keep it like a community. Have everybody help each other. And that's what it was all about. Kept that positivity going. Because you know it's a long season. It just keeps going on and on and on. He made sure that the drama was squashed. He kept these boys together. He was a great manager. Great manager. And what about the mascot? We see the mascot. The mascot, you gotta have somebody that gets the crowd pumped up. And the mascot liked to roam around the stands all over the place, all around the field, all over the place. But he liked to hang out down the right field line with those bleacher bums out there. Now this guy was trained from some of the best mascots in the world at Disney. And has wicked discounts. His mascot get up there and start dancing. He start gyrating. People start throwing money at him. And that just made him dance and gyrate some more. He'd get that crowd so hyped up. Sometimes security had to come stop him from gyrating so much. Be like, yo, this is a family-friendly baseball game. You can't be gyrating like that. But people kept throwing dollars at him. And he kept on gyrating. But he'd get that crowd hyped up. Almost got arrested a few times, but he'd keep the crowd hyped up. But yeah, that is the legend of the 2020 Tuba Collectors. It was a great team of fake baseball history. This is Cool C Hobbyist here. Hope you all enjoyed this episode. Catch you on the flip side.